Loved the stories about this place.
champion.
Beacon here.
Incoming care package. I love loot.
We can scan this area. Got ourselves a bandit out there. Got a zipline. Tally bandit out there.
Using grapple.
champion.
Grandmaster Actual. Valkyrie has the ball.
Want to be great already inside the ring.
Fangs out. I have an upgrade. Check that place out. Recharging shields. Reloading.
Reloading.
Charging on my shield.
Giving my shield.
Throwing frag. Throwing frag.
Contact with hostile.
Rings out. Hold up. Healing. Bird drop in here. If it lands on you, it's good luck. Need shields. Charging on my shield. There's the second wind I needed.
Ultimate's ready, friend.
Heading to you now. Charging on my shield. Wings out. Never leave your wingman. Need shields. Looking for shields.
Thanks for bringing me back from the void, friend.
Looking for shields. They're here. far. Need to hit the afterburners. He's out. Replicate. Healing up. And you don't have a seat. That's what I'm- 60 seconds on the clock and the ring's close. "45 seconds to spare, too. Ring's out. "30 left in the clock, and I'm almost done. Ring's up.
day, another road. scratch one of them up pretty good, but I could see she was shook.
What does that have to do with the fundraiser?
Sharon thought someone from the show set it up. So when I heard they were doing that party,
You went to find her attackers.
I was gonna tune some people up. But Sharon said be easy. Said she'd handle it.
Did she say who she suspected?
She wouldn't say. She was scared I was gonna do something bad to him, and she was right.
So you're telling me everything was good between you two?
You've been talking to that old Foster lady, huh? She never liked me. You can't believe what she says.
Why do fools fall in love?
Okay, 1 second, 1 second. That's your cue, Deandra.
Tell me again, why am I helping you audition replacements?
Well, because our investor performance was rescheduled, and we have to be ready. So if we could try it one more time, that would be wonderful.
You know, I don't think you really need me for this round, okay? I'll be in my dressing room.
No problem. Okay, Mandy, Bridget, Howard, from where we left off. 1, 2, 3.
Love is a losing game. Love can be a shame.
I know of a fool you see, for that fool is me.
Tell me why.
Sorry, wait. This is a closed rehearsal.
Yeah, we're investigating a murder.
Well, you won't find any clues here.
Actually, we can learn a lot from watching a rehearsal.
Oh, really?
Yes, the way a person sings says a great deal about them. For instance, Bridget, you have a very sweet tone.
Thank you.
Yes, with nice shades of pent-up anger and envy. You hated Sharon on principle, yet you may come to replace her. So obviously you had very good motive to want to kill her. But I don't think you have the stomach or the strength to push someone off a balcony. You, Mandy, on the other hand, are perfectly capable of murder. You have a very strong instrument. You could play Sharon's part, but are you hungry enough to kill? Do you have that kind of passion? I don't know.
Oh, don't even look at me. Thank you.
Oh, please, pitchy. Very pitchy.
You done?
Yes, well, that leaves you, Mr. McTavish. Vain, controlling, neurotic, egotistical, sleeping with, at least 2 of your actors. Are you a killer?
You know, I never did catch your name.
Damn, I was sure it was you. Never mind, name's Jane. Nice to meet you all. Break a leg.
Well, I thought you sounded great.
He's upsetting the performers.
I know,
He's
I
gonna
know.
throw their
Brave,
performances.
I'll take care of it.
All right.
All right? Mr. Jane, please, your presence isn't good for morale.
Everyone seems to be handling it okay.
You've asked your questions. Is it necessary that you remain?
We'll stay out of your way. You'll hardly know we're here.
Pardon me. Okay, so I've gotten confirmations from all of our bigger investors. They will all be at the rescheduled preview.
Excellent. And Hanover?
Still need to double confirm.
Good, good.
Busy, busy.
Indeed. You excuse me, I have to take this.
Sure. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you. I was wondering if you knew what jazz hands were.
Sure. It's the use of big hand movements in choreography. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just overheard the director ranting about jazz hands. I was curious to know what got him so worked up.
Ranting how?
Well, apparently he hates jazz hands, and if he sees one jazzy little hand, that dancer is out of the show.
Oh, good to know. Thanks.
No worries. Oh, you might want to pass that on to the girl that comes up after you. Break a leg.
Okay, Maggie, you're up.
So what exactly are we looking for with these auditions?
We'll know when we see it. You like musicals?
Oh, what's not to like? Wow. They're so good. How many more are there?
Not sure. A troublemaker should reveal herself very shortly.
No. What are you doing, Bridget? Suddenly we were in a cabaret bar in Idaho.
I thought you wanted bigger hand movement.
What gave you that idea?
I'm sorry, but this may indirectly be my doing. I told the first dancer that the director would fire anyone that added big hand movements.
What?
And she, along with everyone else who auditioned, made sure that the dancer that came after them didn't use the jazz hand so that they didn't lose their job until Bridget.
Mandy came before me.
You can't be serious.
Only a scheming and conniving person would so callously try to get a fellow castmate fired. There's no telling how far someone like you will go.
Is he telling the truth, Mandy?
What does it matter? At least the hands distract away from the dreadful syncopation problem you have.
You wanted me to fail.
That's not hard.
You bitch. Oh.
Rigby.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. What did you just call me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get your hands
Do you
off
mind
me.
stepping in and handling this?
Hands off me. You better stop. Okay.
I have an errand to run.
I know you're only talking to me to get information out of me, but it's been nice. You make me smile.
What's worth more than a smile?
True enough. Mr. Lennon, he's pretty much stable. His blood volume is up, and the doctors could bring him out of the coma as early as tomorrow.
Thank you. That's very good to know.
What is all this about? And why are the federal guys so weird and creepy?
They are? How are they weird and creepy?
Like they're not what they seem. Like one day, they might pull their faces off and there'd be alien lizards underneath, you know?
I know. Not impossible, but very unlikely.
I know. They just have that vibe.
Yeah, I understand. Will you call me when they bring Mr. Lennon out of his coma?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Interesting set of scratch marks. What happened?
Cat?
Sharon Warwick fought back against one of her attackers when she was mugged. Know anything about that? You know, they found DNA samples under Sharon's nails after the murder. It's amazing how little DNA can tie two people together.
Okay. The mugging, that was me. I just wanted to scare her a little bit. I didn't kill her.
Who is your accomplice?
A guy named Joey. He's my partner in salsa class.
Why did you want to scare her?
Because she was just some girl with an okay voice and no resume, and there she was headlining with Deandra.
And that made you mad.
Second lead should have been me, not Sharon.
So when she showed up for the fundraiser, ready to launch her star-making turn, you snapped and you pushed her off that balcony.
I told you I didn't kill her.
Well, you've already admitted to organizing an assault. Why is it so crazy to think that you didn't decide to finish the job?
Because I didn't want her dead. I just wanted her to leave. If you're looking for suspects, you might want to check out the star of the show.
Deandra Sunderland?
The Queen of Mean.
And what makes you think Sunderland could have killed Warwick?
Because the director wanted to replace Deandra with Sharon. Everybody knew it. I mean, she's too old to be playing the ingenue, right?
Did you see Sunderland the night of the murder?
No. She was nowhere to be found when the overture began.
And what about after the accident?
Not until rehearsal the next morning.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little.
Yes, Mr. Hanover. Excellent. Yeah. Yes, no, that sounds good. Okay. Sounds good. Sure, we'll see you very soon. Thanks. Sorry, how long are you gonna keep Mandy?
A while. And that's what we do when people break the law.
Okay, look, Agent, I'm a pro. I can spin this tragedy. It can even add an air of fascination to the production. But if you arrest the cast right before a performance or the investors, that makes my job rather difficult. You see, I need my investors to stay invested.
Well, brace yourself, because now I need to talk to Deandra Sunderland.
This is a nightmare?
There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor.
Miss Sunderland, my apologies for interrupting. We need to talk.
I'm rehearsing here. I asked not to be disturbed.
This is important. Where were you when Sharon Warwick fell off the balcony?
I was in the ballroom.
All of our evidence points to the contrary. Everybody involved in the production seems to think you were off drinking. I think you might have been with Sharon. I think you found out that McTavish was planning on replacing you with her and you got mad.
He wanted Sharon to replace me?
She was studying film of all of your performances and memorizing your lines.
You don't understand.
She would if you told her the truth. You sing beautifully.
How long have you been out there?
Long enough. You know, I kept wondering what brought Sharon Warwick back to Sacramento. She left Sacramento because she wanted something, and now she's back. It's obviously connected to Torch. But it couldn't be a claim she was looking for, because she got that in New York City. And then I heard you sing, and it came to me. What is it that every foster child is looking for? Lisbeth, I'd like you to meet Sharon Warwick's mother.
I was, very young when I had Sharon. Her father was my director, and he was married. The hardest thing I ever did in my life was giving her away.
When did you learn she was your daughter?
She came to my dressing room after the first day of rehearsals.
Must have been a shock.
I felt so happy seeing the person that she had become. So talented, so full of life.
Why did you keep it a secret?
Guilt. Shame.
It's something else. You're hiding something else.
You're quite a clever policeman, aren't you? I have multiple sclerosis. Diagnosed 6 months ago.
I'm sorry. Symptoms of the disease is what made people think you were drinking.
Well, I've been sober 14 years. Haven't touched a drop. I heard the whispers behind my back. I thought it might be better to quit. Sharon was so mad. Already protective towards me. She told me to be strong.
And you had an attack right before the first performance, didn't you? You didn't have your medication.
Yes.
Sharon said she'd go up to the suite and get it for you.
She was an incredible young woman. That's why I can't quit this show. I have to go on with it. To honor my child.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. We've been through all the photos, videos, and security footage. I've cross-indexed every guest, hotel worker, attendee, and person connected to the play. All their movements are accounted for except for him.
Bert Hanover, the investor?
Yeah. Here he is before the murder, getting into the elevator. He goes to the floor Sharon Warwick was killed on and gets off. And that's the last time we see him.
What do you mean? How can that be?
I don't know. He never gets back on the elevator, and he's never seen leaving the building.
Okay, but how? Why? How does he leave the building without being seen?
If he waited until the hallway was empty, he could have taken the stairs down to the first floor.
Yeah, but how does he avoid being seen after that? It's not like he's a guy who doesn't stand out.
True. There's a room the murder took place. That's the balcony, doorway out here to the corridor, past the stairs, down to the elevators. This, if I recall, was a window out to a fire escape.
Could he have gone down the fire escape?
He's a big man. I don't think he's that agile.
Then what?
Yes, it's a puzzle.
Why do you look so happy? Do you have a way to solve the puzzle?
Naturally. Meet me at the theater.
This is good work. Keep me informed of your progress. Why are you lurking out there, Mr. Jane?
I need a favor.
Is this the type of favor where you would then owe me a favor?
Actually, you already owe me a favor, but I'll spot you another if that pleases you.
What do you need?
I need you.
Okay, 15 minutes to curtain, people. Let's pick it up, pick it up. Hey, Deandra, don't forget to wait 3 bars in the first intro, okay?
Darling, I've been doing this since before you learned to wipe your own nose. Worry about your own business.
Never direct. Never direct. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will kindly enter the theater and take your seats, please.
Hey, Lisbon, you at the theater yet?
Jane, where are you?
On my way. Almost there. You head backstage. We'll see you in a minute.
We? Who's we?
I'll see you very soon, Lisbon. Bye.
I don't know about this.
Trust me, you'll have fun.
Trust me, you'll have fun. Was there ever a more suspicious phrase?
JJ, you have to live a little. You spend your days chasing paperclip thieves. When do you ever get the chance to nail a killer?
Oh, it's true. I'm happy to help. It's the performance aspect that concerns me.
What performance aspect? You go into a room. If someone says anything to you, you say ha ha ha, or perhaps.
Ha ha ha. Perhaps.
Good enough.
Would an accent help?
Keep it simple.
As you know, this show has faced a great deal of hardship and tragedy the past few days. But I can tell you that it has only made us stronger.
Evening, Lisbon. You having fun yet?
There you are. Where have you been? What's your plan?
I will tell you in 1 minute. Oh, good evening, and what an evening it is. Lisbon, you remember Mr. Dodge?
Of course.
Agents, what are you doing here?
Well, I've got to tell you, Mr. Dodge, after watching all those rehearsals, we couldn't just stay away, could we?
Okay, Warren, you're supposed to go say something.
Yes, I know. I'm ready.
Finally, let me introduce our esteemed producer, Warren Dodge, to tell you a little about
Who is that?
Oh my goodness, it's Bert Hanover. Mr. Hanover, hi. What a wonderful surprise. Mr. Hanover, such an honor. I'm Sylvia Clare. We spoke on the phone. Your trip was a good one, I hope?
Yes, it was very good. Thank you, Miss Clare.
Sure.
Excuse me, what is going on?
Warren, why don't you come out and talk to the lovely people?
Miss Clare, I have come to address my fellow investors. Why don't I go and speak to them now?
What?
Oh, terrific. That is a great idea, isn't it, Warren?
What? Huh?
Whoa, 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 what are you
He's
doing?
not Bert Hanover. He's a fraud.
Warren, what is going on?
I don't know what game he's playing, but he's not Hanover.
Well, what are you saying? Then who is he?
His name's J.J. LaRoche. Mr. Dodge is correct. It isn't Bert Hanover.
Okay, I'm totally confused.
Ah, we faked it. The hat, the glasses, the cane, the coat. Et voila, Bert Hanover.
But why?
A test. You all believed it was him, and it was easy to make you believe it.
For about 10 seconds until he said that I wasn't.
And then nobody believes it anymore. Just like I don't believe anymore that Bert Hanover exists.
What? Well, that's ridiculous.
Is it?
Of course Bert Hanover exists.
Then produce him. You're a producer? Where is he?
I just can't magically make him appear.
Call him.
Mr. Jane, I don't have his number on me.
Hard to believe.
You know, it's at my office, and I will call him there when I'm...
I have it. I'll call him.
That's lucky.
I'm calling him.
Good idea.
It's ringing.
Excellent.
He may not answer. He's a very busy man.
Of course.
Excuse me. Your coat is playing the Fifth Symphony.
Can I answer that, Mr. Dodge? Or should we call you Mr. Hanover? Hello? Sorry, Mr. Dodge can't come to the phone right now, Sylvia. He's a little busy getting arrested. Hanover didn't come down in the elevator because Hanover never even existed. Dodge was playing the part from the beginning. He took off his disguise, eluded the cameras by coming down the fire escape. Lisbon, he's all yours.
You're under arrest.
Tell me that wasn't fun.
I cannot tell you that, but we are even, yes?
Yes.
I wanted the show to work. I was willing to do anything.
Even kill.
She surprised me. When I was changing out of the Hanover costume, nobody was supposed to be in the room at that time. Nobody. I told her that I put every penny I had into this show, and that Hanover was necessary to give our investors confidence and peace of mind, and that once I had the money I needed, I would make Hanover disappear, and that everything would work out in the end. But she said no. She wouldn't be any part of it. That she was going to tell Sunderland, which of course meant that everyone would find out, and that would have ruined everything. Yeah, I didn't mean for this to happen.
So what happened next?
I left by the fire escape. No one saw me, and then I went and got in my car around the corner, and I drove up and introduced myself to the police. This was going to be the hit show that put me back on top. Everyone would have benefited. If only she hadn't walked through that door.
I didn't have nearly enough time with her. But I so loved the person that she was, respected her. Thank you for giving her justice. It means a lot.
I'm sorry. Embarrassing. I have to take this.
Of course.
Hello?
Patrick, it's Sheila from the hospital. They're bringing him out of the coma.
When?
You need to get over here.
Okay. So
He's conscious, but keep an eye on him. Hit that button and we'll be right in.
Okay, thank you, nurse.
You are one tough SOB, Jason Lennon. You really are.
Where am I? What happened?
You're in Sacramento. You got shot. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Lorelei Martin.
Correct. Very good. Good. Your mind is clear. Now listen, I have a question for you, Jason. Look at me. Look close. You recognize me? You ever seen me before?
No.
Are you sure it's important?
Yes. I'm sure.
It's good to know. Thanks.
Who are you?
I'm a friend. Let's face facts, Jason. If you recover and live, you'll spend life in prison for murder, the plaything of monsters. I just hope that if I'm ever in your shoes, I have a friend close enough to do this for me.
Wait.
Now don't be scared. This will be quick, with very little pain. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I'm here for you. I won't leave you. Help! Nurse! Nurse!
He's in V-fib. Get that crash cart over here.
Here.
Code blue 116, code blue room 116. Clear.
Get Mike.
No response.
Grace, get Mike down here.
What happened?
Patrick, I'm sorry. His heart gave out. Never said a word.
Hey, Joe.
Okay, how'd you do that?
Well, you tread a little heavier than Lisbon, and Rigsby's car isn't in the lot.
We've got a case, and Lisbon's busy, so you and I are riding out.
Excellent. I'll meet you downstairs.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. I'm Kimball Cho. This is Patrick Jane.
County Coroner. Deb Granger. Pleased to meet you. We don't get to work a lot of murders around here.
You got a little, something on your...
Oh, brain matter. Good catch.
The victim's name's Hollis Percy, 61 years of age. His wife found him this morning. And he owned the town of Percy.
The whole town?
Yeah. Schools, roads, bakery. Been in his family since the gold rush.
Not exactly booming by the looks of it.
They still get a little tourism off the highway.
Smells of juniper.
Cologne?
No, more like cheap gin. Drunken out of necessity, not pleasure. So he drank alone. He let the killer in. He knew him or her. They argued.
How'd you know they argued?
Well, he is dead.
What did they argue about?
Well, I don't know. What do people argue about? Money, power, love, jealousy?
Revenge. Sorry, I shouldn't do that.
Oh, no, jump right in. This is a murder. It's exciting.
What's your guess on time of death?
Rigor stiffness suggests 12 hours or more. Probably that's your murder weapon.
It's an antique, Colt 1851 Navy, 36 caliber. Probably hasn't been fired in a century.
Right. So instead, your guy or gal, whack. Penetrating trauma to the back of the skull was introduced by the butt of the gun. Once I pop the calvarium, I'll know if that's our official cause of death.
That's great. Let's pop the calvarium.
You two hold here.
What is it? We're gonna hold here.
Oh, okay.
They've got this covered.
Yeah.
Like I said, folks, anything can happen here in rough and tumble Percy, California. Let's have a big round of applause for our modern-day gunslingers here, yeah.
What the hell are you doing? This is a crime scene. Don't you know there's a dead body in there? These people pay $25 each in advance. They're entitled to a show.
Well, they got one. Now shut this down and clear the area right now.
I don't know. I think that's why I liked San Francisco. I never saw myself living in the place I grew up. You know?
Yeah, I know.
What about you? Or where did you grow up?
Oh, we moved around. For Dad's work and then for Mom's work. I like to say I grew up in America.
Yeah, yeah. I hate to do this, but I have to run. We have a fresh case.
Please, I'm glad we were able to do this. Sit down like this. This is nice. You're really easy to talk to, Teresa.
Thanks, Bob.
Are there any new lines of inquiry on Red John? We've had some leads, but I hate to admit it. We're kind of stuck.
Nothing, no.
What about Jane?
I don't think he has anything.
He'd tell you if he did.
Yeah, yeah, he would.
Hey, I'm sure we'll talk. Homeland Security beckons.
Is it
cold in here?
Yeah, AC's on the fritz. It's stuck on cold. They got someone coming in.
So I'm not crazy, okay.
Right. Percy, California, incorporated by J.D. Percy as a trading post in 1870. Trade dried up, but the Percy family stayed. They tried to make it work.
It's basically been a tourist town for the past 30 years, but that hasn't been going too great.
Sorry, it was a welcome back gift.
Very thoughtful, Wayne.
Well, how'd you know it's from me?
I'm a homicide detective.
Now, Hollis Percy owned every building. People pay him rent, and he was the bank.
Yeah, the property belongs to his wife, Joanna, for a few weeks anyway.
Why only a few weeks?
He ran out of money. The Wild West show was the last-ditch chance to drum up some cash, but now the whole place is up for sale.
They started selling property this year.
Houses, stores, people have rented for generations and now becoming owners.
A lot of money changing hands.
There could be motive there. Go through all the real estate transactions, see if anything shakes loose. Any usable prints on the gun?
Doesn't look that way.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the family. Make sure they take care of this AC today.
That was it?
That's all Kirkland said. You're just fishing.
Don't you think it's odd? Homeland Security's fascination with a California serial killer?
Everything about Bob Kirkland is odd.
Well,
just add that to the list.
Hello there. Emmett Cook, Chief of Police. Sorry I couldn't be at the crime scene.
Yeah, well, why couldn't you be there? Something a little more pressing than a murder?
I'm Agent Lisbon, and this is Patrick Jane.
Hi.
Hi. Actually, I couldn't be there because I was dealing with a fire. Quite a mess. Third one this year. These meth labs guys are setting up in empty cabins. Then things go kablooey.
Kablooey indeed. So you've been busy, Chief.
Do you think the drug trade had something to do with Hollis Percy's murder?
I don't see the connection, no. I mean, there could be, but that would be...
Missy?
Yes. You could say that.
I did.
Well, I just wanted to stop by and let you know that I am available if CBI needs my help.
Thank you. But that's kind of conflict of interest. You aiding in the investigation of the murder of the man who pays your salary.
Well, plus you've got some meth dealers to track down.
Yes. Yes, I do. Well, if you need anything, just, shout.
We'll holler. Very odd little country welcome.
You've had no issues, Mrs. Percy?
No. There's been no trouble. The last murder in Percy was a long time ago. It's safe here. We have good schools. We built riding trails, and Hollis maintained it all beautifully.
Dad loved this town.
But you don't, Ian?
Of course he does.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Well, it's not a trick question.
No, of course. I just moved back to help with the transition. I was in San Francisco working venture capital.
It was time to come home.
Was Hollis meeting someone at his office last night? We think the attack took place around 8.
Well, it's possible. He kept a lot of late hours the past few years.
Yeah, he tried everything. Talking to investors, developers, but you know, towns like this are just dying out.
Still, he was a feudal lord ruling over a town of downtrodden serfs. He must have had someone that hated him.
He was respected. Ask anyone.
What about the sale of the town? Was there any friction there?
So he had a few critics. Could you do me a favor? Just grab a piece of paper there and a pen and write down the name that you just thought of just now. Write it down. Don't show it to each other.
What?
Please. Francisco Navarra. And you had the same thought.
Who is Francisco Navarro?
He runs the Wild West show. He's an old friend of the family. And he didn't think we should sell.
Hollis did what he had to do. A bunch of amateurs playing cowboys and Indians weren't going to save us, no matter what Francisco believed.
He's pretty dedicated to this place.
You think he was angry enough to act on it?
Like I said, he's dedicated.
It's a nice jacket, Mr. Navarro. What would you call that? A duster?
I'm the medicine man in the show. I'm going right there from here.
Just answer the question.
Yes, it's a duster. Are you writing that down?
Tell me about the Wild West show.
Our program is a fully immersive step back in the 19th century. I oversee 20 performers. We run 6 days a week. Wednesdays and Fridays, we stage a medicine man show.
And you're in charge. Which makes this piece on your blog kind of odd. Killing Percy?
Well, I meant the town of Percy, not Hollis Percy, obviously.
Yeah, it's some bad timing.
Yes, it is. It is also the inalienable right of every citizen of the state of California to freely speak, write, and publish his sentiments on all subjects. I overreacted. Online. I would never do harm to my friend.
But he wasn't your friend.
No, he was. But when he started selling property last year, see, that's just giving up on something worth fighting for. He was weak.
And he couldn't afford to run the town, which meant your show was going to get shut down.
And what thanks do I get? I built our program to save Percy. Tourists came, just not enough. And then with these cabins exploding up there in the woods, it's getting ugly.
Where were you last night at 8 p.m.?
I was in the bar with some of my actors.
Well, if you're so dialed into the town, who else had a beef with your friend?
I have no idea. Look, I gotta go. I have a show to put on.
His alibi relies on the account of a bunch of drunks.
Real drunks or old-timey pioneer drunks that are getting paid by the hour?
Well, either way, he could have left the bar at any point, walked 30 yards to Hollis's office, and walked out.
Oh, we're heading to the bar now.
All right, we're gonna go meet the police chief, and then Rigsby wants to go check out those cabins.
Meth lab fires? Might be worth looking into, I guess.
Follow close as my magical and mysterious friend, Mr. Golden Nugget, travels a trail of deception before your very eyes. Young man, under which of these humble chalices does the Golden Nugget reside?
That
one. A brave choice, but sadly, the wrong one. Hey, care to wager again? $1 buys 3 guesses, but pays 5 if you guess right.
I believe I saw your move.
Oh, what have we here? A skeptic? Please, sir, step right up. Test my skills. See if you remain unconvinced.
Don't mind if I do. Okay, so the nugget goes in the cup like this, and then we move them around like this until I can't tell which one it's in. And then you continue doing that, but then to do this, don't you need to have a gold nugget?
I believe I saw your move there, friend.
You did you?
Mm-hmm. You won't mind?
Not at all, not one little bit.
Now, come on.
What?
You know I felt that.
Felt what?
My wallet, please.
I beg your pardon.
Sir?
I mean, this? Oh, this. Is this it? I've never seen that in my life.
So you're schooled in the craft?
Yeah, I used to be. I'm a little rusty. But you know what? Worth a shot.
Wait a minute.
What?
Where's my gold?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, that thing is real.
All right, sir, we will get you your gold back. Jane?
I don't have your gold. Maybe the kid can enlighten you.
The kid?
Here we go, Lisbon. Gossip. 2 sarsaparillas, please.
Sure I can't Irish those up for you?
Oh, would that I could, but we're on the job.
Oh. Are you guys here about the murder? I mean, not that you stand out in your suits or anything.
Oh, we're with the CBI.
Yes. Can I ask you, do they let you use your real name in the show?
I guess. I'm Lily Soto.
You looked a little spooked just then. Did you know Hollis?
Barely. I grew up in Jasper, in the valley. He interviewed me for this job like a year ago.
Did his employees like him?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he tips us out at Christmas. He's generous. Too much, probably.
Well, I imagine some people badmouth him once the booze starts to flow.
Oh, I mean, you know, people talk. Some people weren't happy with the way he was running the town.
We kept this place going.
Yeah, but it's been getting bad for a while. Rumor is there's a mall moving in. Like, wow, right? But people are freaking out about these meth labs. Some friends were gonna buy the bar, but everybody's moving away.
Francisco Navarro, was he here last night at 8 p.m.?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much here every night. You would be too if you drank for free.
Mm-hmm. Is that on?
Probably not since disco.
Hollis Percy overpaid his workers. He hired 3 bartenders when 2 would suffice. And yet he's dead.
So you think his generosity got him killed?
Well, I just think it's odd that such a swell guy felt compelled to pay for loyalty.
So the police have no surveillance footage on Main Street?
Nope.
And we follow up by driving out to the woods. Why?
Timing. An explosion the night before a murder. Doesn't that seem suspicious to you?
Not really. They're meth labs. They explode.
Well, let me ask you this. Doesn't something look off here?
Yeah, everything's burned.
Yeah, but this is not completely torched. Feel that?
No, I'm good.
Feels like a flame retardant gel. That's why some of this stuff here survived. Before this place burned down, someone sprayed it down so that the flames wouldn't spread into a forest fire.
So this wasn't an accident?
No.
Okay. Then what was it?
So you think it was arson?
Maybe it was a rival gang trying to make a point, like a territorial thing?
But what kind of drug dealer sprays the place down for safety?
I don't know. There might be a connection to Hollis's murder here. It's weird. It's almost as if someone mocked these places up to make them look like meth labs.
Okay, you and Cho look into it.
Put your toolboxes down, please. Here to fix the air conditioning. All right? We're at the door, 30 seconds to win.
Go ahead. Say it. Now, you're supposed to say what? And I say, I think I'm an idiot for buying Van Pelt that orchid. You know what? I'm glad I did, because now the ball's in her court. I'm gonna be so zen about this. Yep, my next move's hers. It's gonna be the reed that bends in the breeze.
You're still in love with her, but instead of telling her, you bought her a plant.
Yeah, that's pretty zen, though, right?
Hey, fellas, we're gonna need this space. How long are you boys gonna be fiddling with those newfangled contraptions there?
CBI arson unit, sir. We'll be done shortly.
Look, Mr. Navarro's kicking my butt, trying to get the show back up here. We've been shut down all day.
Hi. I'm Ian Percy. I'm in charge here. You gentlemen with the CBI?
Yes, Mr. Percy. I'm Agent Cho. This is Agent Rigsby. CBI arson unit.
Arson unit?
We're driving up to check out those cabin fires.
Hitting it bright and early tomorrow morning.
As arson, you think? Isn't that wasn't it supposed to be some crystal meth mishap?
Well, fortunately, it didn't all burn down. Once we get the chemical signature of the burn, we can tell if someone torched it. We'll find our bad guy pretty quick after that.
Let me know if you need anything from me. Meantime, I'll let you get back to it.
Hello, Chief. You got no case. You're wasting your time. So you saw me carrying a gas can. Big deal. Besides, you didn't even take your fancy equipment out of the truck.
Yeah, there was no fancy equipment.
Just your guilty conscience. Want something to drink? It's a long drive back to Sacramento. You look cozy there, Chief.
He knows how this goes. He's a cop.
And you're a crook, too, right? That's why you built these phony meth labs, burned them down.
And you were trying to scare people away. Drive down prices and buy a property on the cheap.
Look, even if I did set a couple cabins on fire, so what? Maybe I like fires.
Listen, Emmett, this isn't hypothetical. Right now, you're a prime suspect in this murder case.
You know what to do. You don't want to be wrapped up in a murder investigation. Help yourself out.
All right, look, the thing is, in about 3 to 4 years, a new outlet mall's gonna open here, next to Percy. So I figure I could hold on to the land till then. Then dump it.
Did Hollis figure it out? And he confronted you?
No. Hollis was clueless.
So what did happen?
My colleague here thinks you killed him. So far, I can't tell if you have the stones.
No, guys. Guys, Hollins didn't suspect a thing, I'm telling you. He was just some rich weirdo. They both are.
They? Who's they? The son?
Joanna, his wife. 2 weeks ago, got a call to the house. A neighbor heard some screaming. He was drunk. She was out of control. Shrieking.
Shrieking? About what?
Jay made a lot of Red John connections here. Looks like he's building his own timeline. It's all on the drive. We printed out some greatest hits.
This is good.
We can log it into the system.
Not necessary.
So you'll just take it from here?
I will.
He was sober for 20 years. A month ago, he fell off the wagon, and he could be a mean drunk.
Did he hit you?
No.
No? Okay. What could have caused him to start drinking again?
Well, he had his triggers, but his father's been dead a long time.
Were there romantic problems?
You're sweet. You mean, was Hollis sleeping around?
Maybe you found out. Maybe you argued and he was drunk and things got out of control.
Hollis used to run around. He was fun. Too much fun. But he grew to be faithful. He was terrified of change. A wife knows. If you were married, you'd understand what I was talking about. Are you married, Agent Van Pelt?
Not yet. Sounds like fun.
I like the police chief for the murder. He's a weasel.
Real estate records show that Cook and some poorly rigged holding company bought properties in town. He had a lot to lose if Hollis exposed his scam.
Juicy stuff. You have him pegged right as a weasel, but I don't think he's a killer.
I think Joanna hides it well, but Hollis may have been abusive.
You're thinking self-defense.
There is one vexing detail still missing. Something in Hollis's life changed a month ago.
You mean to get him drinking again?
Yeah, exactly. Something. We have to figure out what it was.
Okay, how?
Well, Joanna has no idea, or she has no inclination to tell us. Nor does anyone else. Maybe something in his past reemerged.
That's thin.
Yep, that is thin. But you have to start somewhere. Beautiful orchid, Grace. Well chosen, Rigsby.
Hey, set you up with another sarsaparilla? On the house.
Ah, who'd say no to that?
I'm gonna get going. Agent Jane, see you around.
Sure thing, Mr. Percy.
Mr. Percy, very formal.
Well, you know, it pays to kiss the ring. So, you cracked your case yet?
Cracked? Not likely. No. When does Francisco usually show up here?
He should be here soon. I heard you clowned Kevin pretty good. Kevin, the magician.
Oh, him. Yes. Wouldn't call him a magician. Normally has to be magic involved.
Yeah. I hear you got real powers.
No, I just do a mind reading and predictions, that's all.
Show me. Please.
Okay. How about I tell you what you're gonna have for breakfast tomorrow morning?
Okay.
I'm gonna need a pen, paper, and an envelope. Tasty. Thank you. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine being in your kitchen tomorrow morning.
This is what I like about tending bar. You meet all kinds.
Visualize yourself looking into the cupboard, looking at all the items, thinking about what you're gonna eat, and then you choose which one you want. You got it? You sure? Okay. Done. Put it somewhere safe. We'll open it tomorrow. No peeking.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Barmaid, shot of whiskey and a beer bag.
What do you need?
Backup.
I don't like it when you say you need backup, but nothing's happened yet.
Nothing to worry about. We're just here to talk. Do you mind? She didn't have to go anywhere.
I already said my piece, but go ahead.
Well, we're interested in ancient history, which seems to be your department, so it's obvious that we start with you. We want to know about Hollis Percy's drinking.
Well, he used to drink, and then he stopped.
Then he started again. You have any idea why?
Well, who knows what drives any other man?
Mr. Navarro, answer the question.
Let's try this another way. You and Hollis used to knock around together. You're lifelong buddies, huh?
Yeah, we used to have some fun.
Well, it seems there was nothing in his current life that would drive him to drink, so I am guessing that was something from his old life that came out of the woodwork. Or someone. Tell me, how far off am I?
No idea what you're talking about.
Really? You know what I find sad? The way you're so tucked in the Percy family pocket.
Tucked in their pocket?
Yeah, like a soiled hanky.
Got a problem here, boss?
No, no problem.
No, we're fine. Okay, we're good. You are hiding information from the police, though, which is a crime.
Why would I do that?
Possibly to protect yourself by protecting Hollis Percy. I'm not sure.
What's he talking about?
He doesn't know.
Yes, but you do. You talk a big game about fighting for this town, fighting for this staff, but the truth is, you sold out to Hollis a long time ago. So long ago, you probably thought he was your friend, which is not sad. That's just stupid.
You son of a bitch! Maybe we got a problem.
Is this part of the show?
No. You could have asked nicely, that's all I was saying.
I was there. You want more coffee?
No, I'm good.
And Jane thinks you know who came after Hollis Percy.
Based on what, precisely?
Well, we don't need to be precise. You do.
Okay. Yeah, we got into some trouble when we were kids. Hollis got involved with this one crazy girl, Townie, from a few miles up the road. She was pretty. This was right after he married Joanna.
He do that a lot? Slumming it with the local girls?
Yeah, he did. But this girl got pregnant. And Hollis paid her to deal with it. Her brother found out. Brother was bad news. He roughed up Hollis pretty thoroughly.
And the brother held a grudge this whole time?
Yeah, he might have. He was in prison for 12 years. He got out a month ago. I thought maybe he came looking for a handout from Hollis.
The rich guy he had dirt on?
Something like that.
What happened to the girl?
Well, we heard she went back home. This was 30 years ago. Hollis was a mess. His dad found out. Almost disowned him.
Poor guy.
Yes, we had a falling out, but Hollis was always my friend. And Ian, he had no idea. He's a good kid.
And you may have given your friend's killer a 2-day head start. I need to know the guy's name. The brother.
Flores. Dominic Flores.
You gonna touch all of them?
Don't touch that one. I'm looking for Poppy.
Husband took it. If you want Poppy, grab the everything bagel.
Yeah, but it has all that other stuff on it. Like those onion scraps. I mean, what are the point of those?
All you see are problems.
All I see are bagels.
Just make a choice.
Where are we with the brother, Hollis's old buddy?
Oh, you mean Dominic Flores? He's fresh out of Folsom, serving 12 years and 7 weeks for robbing. What did it say?
16 jewelry stores and a pet shop.
Yeah, he stole a boa constrictor.
Of course he did.
He was released a month ago. His parole officer says he's been diligent.
But the night of the murder, he was at a job fair in Sacramento.
The coroner puts the attack at 8 p.m. He couldn't have been both places.
I don't think so. I spoke to a guy who had a booth at the job fair, a solar panel company. He said Dominic signed in for an interview at 7:45.
Okay. What about the sister, Juliana?
Still looking. She bounced around for a bit, then fell out of touch with the family.
So it's possible Dominic got out and paid Hollis an awkward visit.
That might explain his drinking, but doesn't explain his murder. We should ask Joanna if she knew about the pregnancy after the show.
What do you mean?
Jane says we need to go to the Medicine Man show, obviously. Rigsby, you want to drive?
As long as I'm not called up to volunteer, sure.
Kevin.
You again.
You know, I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot. And you need my help, I need your help. Maybe we can come to some kind of agreement.
Why do I need your help?
Your magic sucks eggs. I can help you with that, and you can help me in return by giving me a couple of minutes of your stage time.
Sucks eggs? Huh? Pick a card. I won't look.
All right. Pick what card?
You took my cards.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Give me back my cards.
Hey, Kevin, let's modulate the attitude. What's the problem?
This guy is trying to get in my head. He's trying to ruin my act. He stole my cards.
Kevin, that's not true. I think you should cool down before you go anywhere near an audience.
Stop playing with me.
Mr. Jane, maybe you'd be better off taking your seat. I can handle this.
Sure, I'd appreciate that. He's a little scary.
Oh, you're gonna handle it, Francisco? Handle this. I quit. Here you go.
Candy-ass pickpocket trying to bust my chops. Nobody handles me.
What did you do?
Who's he calling a candy ass?
Well, now I have no magic show. Thank you. That's great.
I know magic.
Yeah?
Yes. What's your favorite number?
23.
Really? Check that pocket there.
How'd you do that?
Do I get the gig?
Hell yeah!
So what is it that Jane's gonna do?
No idea.
Really?
Sometimes it's best just to be relaxed about this stuff.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and cowboys, too. Now, you all are in for a frontier treat that will mesmerize and amaze. I'm proud to present to you the daring work of magician and mental mystic, Patrick Jane. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you, Doc Navarro. Very impressive introduction. I hope I don't disappoint. Some people say I have special powers. It's not true. Everyone can read minds. I can just do it marginally better than most, that's all. I'm gonna need some volunteers for my first effect. I don't call them tricks, because I think tricks are mean, and what we're here to do is to have some fun. What about you two lovebirds over there? You here on your honeymoon?
Nope, we're just passing through. We got an RV.
Oh, great. Don't tell me where you're from, but here. We're gonna start real simple. I'm gonna tell you the town that you folks left from and the town that you folks are headed to. Just write it down there on that there piece of paper, and as you do it, imagine them. Imagine yourself pulling out of the driveway. Lily Soto, you look like you should be up here being my assistant. Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Soto. Okay, now I said that I would discover the town that you folks are from and the town that you folks are headed to. I believe you started out in Albuquerque, and you are headed to Seattle, Washington. How'd I do, Lily?
Albuquerque and Seattle.
Thank you very much for your help. You can take a seat. Lily, I'm not done with you yet. You have to stay up here and help me. I wrote down a prediction yesterday and I gave it to you, yes?
You did.
Yes. Did you peek at it?
No, I
Are you
didn't
sure?
peek at it. I am positive.
No little peeky peeks?
No peeks.
And what did I say I'd predict?
What I had for breakfast this morning.
Okay, that is impossible. And I have to admit, I told a little white lie. That is not what I wrote down. In fact, what I wrote down was the name of Hollis Percy's killer. That's right, yes. I have an envelope too. And inside this envelope, I wrote down the reason for this brutal murder. The motive, if you will. Now, Lily, if you would please open your envelope and read out that name.
Do I have to?
I'm afraid you do.
Ian Percy.
Okay, Mr. Jane, that's quite enough.
This is insane. Did you put him up to this?
Why would I do that?
Why indeed?
Because he wants to get rid of me? I don't know. He's trying to frame me.
Well, if he's lying, then you wouldn't object to Lily opening this envelope and reading what's inside.
Francisco, shut this travesty down.
Can't do that. This is a CBI matter, right, Lisbon?
Yes, I am afraid so.
Ian, either Lily read.
Lily and you?
Sorry. Weird.
Oh, I just remembered.
I never loved. I want to marry her.
Boo-hoo! The first time in your life, son. Face the facts that are staring you in the face and stop whining.
So, good week then.
Yeah, great, yeah. Just moving with the wind. No, I'm sorry, that was a lie. Today is not a good day. We have to talk.
Okay, about what?
About you and me.
Great, because there's something I've really been meaning to tell you.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic was just...
It's fine. Oh, Duncan, this is Wayne. Wayne Duncan.
Wayne Rigsby. It's good to meet you. Pleasure.
Wayne and I met in Los Angeles at the White Hat program.
Actually, that's where we met.
What did I say?
You said Wayne.
Sorry. Weird.
Oh, I just remembered I left something on my desk. Duncan, it's great to meet you.
Did you?
Yes.
For another day or so.
You know we have a case, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Get better, you're gonna have.
No. But things have changed since then. We're not the same. And that's okay.
Up the first time because you decided first time guests.
Well, why don't you begin by telling us a little bit about why you're here?
We're having some communication issues.
What does that mean exactly?
Oh, you know, we're having trouble, like, talking to each other.
Dwayne, how about you not pee on my head and call it rain?
Excuse me?
If you want to get better, you're gonna have to get real for me. So why don't you begin by telling me something I don't know?
We have kind of a rocky history. We've been on and off for about 5 years, mostly off.
Yeah, we met on the job.
There was no fraternization policy, but we, fraternized.
A lot.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. How's the sex?
Well, it's been a while, but when we have it, it's good.
Yes.
Yes.
We should not be listening to this, really.
Oh, come on, Lisbon. Don't be such a prude.
You're young, you're vibrant. Well, too soon in the game to be calling a timeout.
There's just a lot of baggage left over from all the off periods.
Why did you break up?
Well, I think we broke up the first time because you decided that the job was more important, right? Wasn't that it?
Yeah, well, then you got Sarah pregnant.
Yeah, after you got engaged to a maniac.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't use exaggeration here. It's no help to us at all. Maniac, no. Maybe you didn't approve. That's fair game. Let's get back to the baby. Is that true, Dwayne?
No. Yes, I had a baby with someone else, but we were off. Totally off.
What about the engagement?
It didn't work out.
Yeah, because he's a homicidal maniac.
Fine.
Relationships can be brutal.
And for the record, I'm not angry about the baby.
Oh, really? Because I never thought you were angry, but you sound kind of angry now.
No, I just thought it was weird that you would have a baby with someone you barely knew.
Well, why didn't you tell me what you really think?
But
what? What else is there?
But I love that you're a dad.
You do?
When we got together, we were kids. I was a young, naive girl. I wasn't ready to commit to you. It wasn't about the job. At least that wasn't all of it. But things have changed since then. We're not the same. And that's okay. I like who I am now. I like who you are. You're a man.
You guys are fantastic. So real. Before we go, is there anything you two would like to say to each other?
No. Yes. Just... I'm sorry. For a lot of things. I care about you, and I never meant to hurt you.
All right, your turn. Anything?
You know how I feel about you. It's the same way I've always felt. It's never changed. Since the first day I met you.
Well, then my work is done here. Thank you for listening to Prescription for Love. This is Buddy Headings on KZHC Talk Radio. Bravo. That was a fantastic show.
Thanks. That was really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Thanks, Doc.
Excuse me. Hello?
Great job, Rigsby.
Oh, hi, boss. Wow, tonight? Really? Yeah. I'll be right there. Okay. Bye. I'm so sorry, babe. It's the Carson job. I have to go into work. You okay to take a cab home?
Oh, sure. Go. I'll see you later.
Let go of your cap. What happened?
Ow. Oh, my heel broke. I think I twisted my ankle.
The first time she met Buddy.
Tell me what you needed.
You would understand this. She wouldn't take.
Oh, come on, Lisbon. As far out, you have that squinty look in your...
Rage.
And I have... Appropriate.
thing. It's just, it's human nature. Your brow is furrowed, you have that squinty look in your eye. You want to talk to me about the whole foot fetish thing, but the Catholic schoolgirl in you tells you that it's not necessarily appropriate.
You're right. Look, I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, I mean, fetish is a strong word, but everyone has that thing. It's just, it's human nature.
I know.
Oh, come on, Lisbon. Don't deny yourself that freedom. There's definitely something out there that works for you, that flips your switch. Like turtlenecks.
You're right. It's inappropriate. Good night.
Turtlenecks it is.
Hey, what's up?
Call.
Silence Lisbon for a week, if you can.
The dead body at LaRoche.
Shooting started.
Well, where's the other one?
Escaped out of the back. They wore masks. It was dark. LaRoche didn't see much.
Oh, they hit the Hummels. Is LaRoche okay?
I sustained a minor hit.
Anything missing from the safe?
No. And they stopped him before he could take anything.
You know, we can have someone handle the dog.
Oh, yeah. I know. There's no ID on the body.
Well, maybe not government issue, but there's a lot of information here. Like these black spots on his fingertips, dead tissue. And his eyes are very inflamed, too.
Maybe he's on drugs.
Nice one, Lisbon. Ibuprofen. I'm gonna guess this man was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis.
Well, if you're gonna get in a gunfight, it's best to get in one with an arthritic shooter.
Hmm. Where is LaRoche?
He's waiting in the ambulance. He won't let the paramedics take him for treatment until he talks to you.
Well, excuse me. VIP. Hey. JJ. I see you bought a new safe. Apparently it's not safe enough.
Excuse us, please.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to cut to the chase, Mr. Jane. I was not forthcoming with Rigsby.
They took something.
My Tupperware box.
Yeah, I figured.
Been hiding that box for 9 years. I thought you were the only one that knew of its existence. But after the gunfire ended, the box was missing, and this was in its place.
Drop the case you have until tonight. What case?
I'm investigating a security leak inside CBI. If I don't back off, you know what'll happen if they unseal that box.
I do.
Of course you do.
I didn't take it.
I know that, Patrick. It's your favorite blackmail device. Your puppet mastery over me ends if its contents becomes public knowledge.
I never thought of you as a puppet.
You ever thought of me as a friend? This is difficult to ask. I need your help. Please.
Sure. I'll find your Tupperware.
I would appreciate that. As would my mother. You can take me now.
what's in the Tupperware box.
I don't know. Two years ago, I hired a petty thief to break into LaRoche's safe for a list of Red John suspects.
Yeah, I know. I had to slug the guy in front of his lawyer to keep you out of jail. Cost me 6 months in anger management.
Yeah, and I hope you learned something. My point is, he opened the safe, and he saw a Tupperware box.
Which was stolen this morning.
To blackmail LaRoche into dropping his investigation.
What investigation?
Well, apparently, there's a security leak inside the CBI.
Well, maybe your thief took it.
No, LaRoche's new safe is way out of his league. In any case, the missing plasticware has the power to end LaRoche's career.
And you really don't know what's inside.
Oh, I don't. But LaRoche doesn't know that. So while I'm busy with him, why don't you assign Brigsby and Van Pelt to find out what's in the box?
Our job is to catch the criminal who got away, not protect some CBI agent who might be dirty.
So much for the anger management training. If we can solve the mystery of LaRoche's secret, it will lead us to the missing criminal.
Why don't you just ask LaRoche what's in the box?
Well, he's not going to tell me voluntarily. It's embarrassing to him and deeply personal.
And it's in Tupperware.
Yes. How could you not want to investigate?
LaRoche told Jane he'd had the box for 9 years, dig into his past, look for significant events. And check out his mother. LaRoche made a strange reference to her.
Oh, the Tupperware is a clue. Why hide something in Tupperware?
I don't know. Keep it fresh.
Nothing stays fresh for 9 years.
Oh, maybe LaRoche needed a box and the Tupperware was handy.
Tupperware's never handy. It's always in the wrong drawer.
And when you do find it, the lid's always missing.
Right? I hate that.
Don't let LaRoche know you have knowledge of the box. That's a confidence between he and Jane.
We got a hit on the dead guy. Will Parsons. Local family man, married, owns a locksmith shop in El Dorado Hills. Clean record.
All right, let's go talk to the wife.
This has to be a mistake. Will is a locksmith, not a killer. He was on a house call, fixing a rusted deadbolt. The key snapped off in the lock.
Your husband was part of a two-man team that broke into a residential home. He brought his gun and he fired at our agent.
If Will did that, then somebody made him. Maybe they were holding the gun on him. That's possible, right?
When was the last time you saw your husband, ma'am?
When he left the house last night at 11 o'clock.
Did you see him take his gun? Do you know anyone who might have hired your husband to break into a safe?
Oh, no. What is happening here?
I have suspected a security leak inside CBI for months. Too many high-profile suspects evading arrest.
Really? Haven't noticed.
Well, that's because you stop at nothing to close cases for your team.
Why, thank you.
Other CBI agents, they have principles.
I leaned into that one.
Miguel Leyva, Sinaloa cartel. He controls drug corridors throughout the East Bay. 2 months ago, a CBI task force was set for a bust. When they raided his warehouse, 3 tons of cocaine disappeared without a trace.
Someone in the CBI tipped him off.
Him and others before him. That was my instinct, and it was confirmed by the arrest of this man.
Tommy Volker.
He was always a step ahead of your team, and I found out why. He had a secret cell phone account. Now, in the days before his arrest, that number was called 6 times from inside CBI.
Well, at least you have a suspect.
Of which I am not aware.
The thief who got away. Huh? You find the thief, you find the leak.
Before tonight, that's when my blackmailer will expose the truth about me.
Well, like you said, I'll stop at nothing.
You know what's in that box, Patrick. What do you think of me?
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Am I a monstrosity to you?
A monstrosity? No. I mean, you're interesting and you're complex.
I am.
And obviously creative Tupperware.
Well, I suppose that's true. I've been afraid to ask that until now.
Excuse me.
Found something. 9 years ago, LaRoche's mother was physically and sexually assaulted. The attack lasted 2 hours. She said she begged for mercy the whole time, but her rapist just ignored her.
Wow. Did she survive?
3 months later, she took her life. Poor LaRoche.
What does all this have to do with a plastic container?
What if there's evidence inside? Scott Saine, the man convicted of raping LaRoche's mother. He's serving a 12-year sentence in Folsom. What if LaRoche planted evidence to assure his conviction?
Like what?
I don't know. His mother's blood? I mean, it says here that the only physical evidence linking Saine to the crime is her blood on his clothes.
Why would LaRoche want to keep that?
Maybe he thought he'd need it again if Saine got out on an appeal.
Oh, this is crazy. How can the boss possibly expect us to solve this?
I don't know, but I really want to know what's in that box.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if he knows.
Hi. Can I get a medium coffee, please?
Husband, I was looking for you.
Hey, Brenda.
Any developments in the LaRoche break-in?
Not yet, no. Why?
The head of our internal affairs division was shot inside his home this morning. We need to get out in front of the case.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm heading to the autopsy now.
I mean, from a public perspective, we can't allow people to believe there's corruption brewing inside CBI.
Is that what people believe?
There's been some chatter in the local blogosphere.
I don't read blogs.
Well, you should. It's easy to forget, but we work in the state capitol. Now, I just came from Bertram's office. He agrees with me that a TV interview with a friendly reporter is a win-win for the Bureau.
Well, let's win.
I'll get back to you with details.
No obstruction of the airway. The mucosa of the epiglottis, glottis, and major bronchi are anatomic.
Thanks for coming by.
Since when do we attend autopsies?
Well, since you have a deadline to confirm my diagnosis of the crime scene.
No injuries to the respiratory system that I can see.
Rheumatoid arthritis, right?
Well,
And?
This man was at war with his body, Elizabeth, specifically his hands. Would you explain, Doc?
See the swelling and inflammation around the wrists? It created a compression of the medial nerve inside. Carpal tunnel, basically. Any repetitive use of the subject's hands would have caused great pain.
A locksmith who can't use his hands?
There's more.
I noticed thickening and scarring of the pericardium. That's the sac-like structure around the heart. You can see it here.
I'll take your word for it.
Chronic chest pain and shortness of breath were a way of life for this man.
Thanks, Doc.
I don't get it. Why would somebody hire a disabled thief to rob a safe?
Well, you wouldn't, not knowingly. Now, you said Parsons here owned a locksmith business.
Yeah, it was his wife.
I'd like to meet her.
Mom's been a wreck since your visit this morning. She's taking the news really hard. She and my dad were crazy close.
We'll try to keep this brief.
Mom, the CBI agents want to ask you a few more questions.
Okay, fine. Jenna, this is Patrick Jane.
Hi, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Sarah, could you please make us some tea? Please. I told Sarah her father'd been shot, but I didn't mention the robbery. I'm counting on you to straighten that out.
Oh, we're working on it.
Quite a safe collection your husband had.
Well, he had more, but we had to sell some off when the economy took a dive.
Yeah, well, most people collect for sentimental reasons. It's an attempt to trigger a fond memory. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that your husband's collection started with this little fella.
Will found that when he was 7. It was locked, so he was dying to know what was inside, and he spent months trying every possible number combination until finally one misty morning it opened.
What was inside?
I don't remember.
That's a disappointment.
Oh, Lisbon, it doesn't matter what was inside. The exciting part is the mystery of not knowing. It's what makes the journey memorable.
We'll spend his entire career following that journey. It's what made him become a locksmith.